thoughts about thoughts is kind of funny. And it relates to some of the mind games and fun activities that I have and I do with clients that work with the mind and beliefs and thoughts. Some of the activities relate to body sensations and experiencing those. If you're interested, I have a playlist entitled Fun Mind Games and Activities for Awakening if you're interested to check it out. There was a comment though regarding the mind games, and somebody said, well, thinking about thoughts and doing these mind games, isn't it just adding more thoughts? It is, but I wanted to give context into why I've seen it be useful. We have perceptual filters that we go through life experiencing, and the perceptual filters are so attached to reality that it's hard to differentiate between raw experience and how we've been taught to see the world. And traditionally, the spiritual advice is to let go of everything and just experience raw reality. And that's possible. It's possible to just completely and totally let go. However, what if it wasn't an all or nothing? Sometimes the mind is so mind identified. Sometimes the perceptual filters are so ingrained that this all or nothing idea just doesn't work. And that's okay if it doesn't work. So what if we try something else? So my response to the mind games is that it's kind of like spiritual training wheels. When you're learning to ride a bicycle, you put on training wheels just so that you can learn to ride the bike. But the goal isn't to keep the training wheels on forever. And exactly like in spirituality, you're thinking, well, how is this? Like, you're actually adding more to the bicycle now by putting on the training wheels. Yes, but they're temporary. It's a temporary tool that you can use to learn how to ride the bike. And these mind games are just a tool to inquire and to look. But they're not permanent, and once you've tried them and you've experienced them, you can try something else. But you don't need to keep them. So yes, they are temporarily adding a thought to a thought. It's thinking about thoughts. But there's value in that. And you're experiencing things in a different way. And the image that I have as far as the letting go regarding the perceptual filters is, imagine that you have a toddler with you and you're at a toy store and the toddler is grasping onto a toy. And they want to keep the toy. They don't want to let go of the toy, but eventually they're going to need to let go of the toy because you need to go home, right? So there's that grasping, that spiritual grasping. And yes, the spiritual teachings is let go. But what if the toddler's not ready to let go? So you could fight with the toddler and spend hours and hours fighting with the toddler, let go, and they don't want to let go. But the mind games are basically letting the child know, what if we just open just one finger, just one, and then you can close it again. What's that like? Can you do that? And then maybe next time you add a second little mind game. What would it be like if you're still holding on to the toy with the other fingers? What if you let go with 2 fingers? What's that like? And then that just kind of softens. What's that like? So these are the spiritual training wheels, and they allow not only that we get to notice that the perceptual filters are there, because when you're moving one filter, you actually get to notice that it's actually there. And then you play with another one. So there's a trees dancing one where we look at the perceptual visual field, the amnesia game, which is looking at thoughts and the idea of memories. There's some other ones with the sense of touch. So I just wanted to explain a little bit about the concept of these and trying new things. Try what you haven't tried before. Nothing's permanent, and looking at different ways of looking at thoughts, looking at feelings, experiencing self-inquiry, that fire, that spark in you, that just wants to look and investigate and see, just follow that, follow your intuition, follow that fire. It's leading you where you need to go. And don't be afraid that you're adding on just look with beautiful curiosity and wonder. And you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed when you meet everything that comes up with openness and curiosity. Everything, every emotion, every thought, every bit of resistance. Meeting it. Oh, I wonder what's there. What's underneath that? What would that be like? To befriend everything, absolutely everything that comes up. What would that be like?